what are we doing today? We're supposed to go to the long range today, and as you can see, we got a good amount of snow. So I've cleaned off the range here, and I built me a little target. And in that target, that is a 30 caliber barrel right there that's welded on to a plate. And behind there you can see there's no holes in that paper. And what we're going to do here at 50 yards is see how many rounds out of 10 I can poke through that hole with the Arken scope. Now you notice it's white on white, okay? Hopefully I'll be able to distinguish everything just fine. And we're going to make a few shots here and put this little bitty camera here on the scope and see if we can't shoot through that little hole right there. Put some 22 rounds through that hole. Alright guys, here is the Rim X with the Arken EP5. We're going to take this little crappy camera here, and we're going to do some viewing through the scope and see if we can't hit that 30 caliber barrel from here. And like I said, if we do good, we'll stretch her out to 100. I've had this gun sitting out here. It is 14 degrees right now, and the turrets are a little stiff. Not bad. I mean, you can tell it's cold. So we will run through some paces and see what we get. Alright guys, we're at 50 yards with the Rim X and the EP5. That's the first round here. See if I can get that thing. Okay. Not sure where that hit. I'm using this little viewfinder here so it quit swinging. It looked like it might have been a little high. You really can't tell if this viewfinder. That really sucks. Let me see if I can clear that up just a little bit there. That looks pretty sharp right there, I'm hoping. See if we can hit that barrel again. So she's still swinging just a little bit. Oh, that was way off to the right. Okay, let's see this. I think I might be hitting into that barrel and it ricocheting here. Let her stop swinging. Might have to do this. This may be a little harder than I thought. To this viewfinder. It really doesn't do the scope justice, this cheap camera. I mean, it obviously always looks better through your eye. See there, see if we can get that thing. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to set up a camera downrange and we'll video it that way. Stand by. Alright guys, we just got down here and believe it or not, some of those went through there. I guess the bullet may have been breaking in half. I'm not sure what was going on, but you can plainly see that some rounds went through that barrel at 50 yards. Okay, that's a 30 caliber barrel at 50 yards, and I'm not sure how many times I shot. I just give up because I literally could not see through that small viewfinder on that other camera. Like I said, I've got a side shot coming that's going to allow me to actually get behind the scope and shoot what I was doing. I thought I bit off more than I could chew, but it looks like we had some go through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that target up to where we can have a fresh piece of paper behind it, and I'm going to leave this camera down here and see how many we can put through that little hole at 50 yards. Stand by. All right, guys, I've got the plate moved up there. I've got my good camera set up here, and hopefully you'll be able to see the rounds go through the barrel and hit the paper in the back. I'm going to give myself 10 rounds. We are at 50 yards with the Rim X and the Arken EP5. Stand by. Okay, guys, that is shot twice. That is two that went right straight through there. I can actually see right down the bore of that barrel with the scope, so I can see the paper behind it. That last shot was just off the edge, a little bit of the barrel, but it still went down the tube. You'll be able to see that on video, I hope. So that was 2 rounds at 50 yards, which is actually pretty easy. So we're gonna reset up and move it down to 100 and try the same thing. That's gonna be a little bit harder. So we'll reset up at 100 yards. At 50, it's just too easy. I mean, I literally think I could get all 10 down that bore. It's that Rim X shoots a little bitty group. So right up there by there is my siders, and you can see there was one off. I lined my gun in, and that's 5 rounds right there in that little bitty hole. So that's not much bigger than that bore. So I would assume that all of them would go down through there. I just feel like I'm wasting time here at 50 yards. We're gonna move out at 100, make it a little harder, and we'll do the same thing with the camera. All right, guys, we are at 100 yards, and we've got the 30 caliber barrel on a plate. On the back side, we have a sticker, and that plate right there is clean too, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is take 10 rounds and see how close I can get to putting a bullet through that little 30 caliber hole there at 100 yards. It's just a quick FYI. There's 50 yards. There's the shop, and the bench is way up there. So back to 100. Well, our barrel fell off. We still have not made it through the plate yet. I got a few more rounds left. We'll see if we can hit that hole right there. This just become a little easier now that the barrel is off. Just shooting a little hole like that should not be that hard. I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, looks like I got the first shot. You can see it went right through there. Second shot was off down low. All right, guys, I'm going to try to shoot through that hole at 100 yards. That is a 30 caliber hole right there. Again, the goal in this is for the plate not to move. We've shot through the hole at 50. We got it within 10. At 100, we're at 100 again. The barrel's gone. We've knocked it off there, obviously. So we're gonna give this a go and see what happens. I got my camera right in front of the plate. Let's go down just a little bit here. You guys should be able to see that pretty good right there. 10 rounds, guys, 10 rounds. 100 yards. All right, guys, you seen it there. That was number 5 and number 7. And that was Ely club I was shooting. I ain't shooting any 10X today. It's just too damn expensive to shoot, but that club shoots pretty good. All right, guys, here's our plate. Here's our Ely club. That's a 30 caliber hole there. Just to kind of show you what that looked like. We had number 5 and number 7 go through that hole at 100 yards. Okay, stand by. Well, that was fun, guys. We had a lot of fun out there shooting. I want to thank one of my viewers, Rick Siggers. He sent me a couple little items there. That's a little light up thing with my logo on there, and he sent me a cup with Panther Hollow on there. Rick, I appreciate you, sir. That was awful nice of you. You didn't have to do that. They are in a video now, so anyways, guys. Well, we managed to knock the barrel off this guy at 100 yards. We did shoot it with the Ely club, and we got 5 and 7 through the hole at 100. We kind of shot our way around it a little bit. At 50 yards, it was pretty dang easy. We stopped after a few rounds. You'll see that in the video. I had some shoot through on there. It was very, very hard to see. Again, I'm using this camera right here and looking through that little viewfinder, you know, through the scope, and it makes it a little hard to see that way, but we do have a side shot coming with the GoPro 9 on there. That's supposed to be some of the best video footage through a scope, right, that you can get for the money. So we do have a side shot coming. I think that'll be really cool for the channel. Back to the scope. I have found a few issues with the scope, one of which being that the set screws on the side here, they kind of come undone, so it might be a good idea to put some Loctite on there. I've been using the crap out of this thing way more than what you see in videos. I've been running the magnification ring there. Becomes very stiff in the cold. I think it only got to 27 today. We started out at I think 10 degrees. I let the gun set out for a few hours, and then we started running it. So the scope doesn't really like the cold that well. So if that doesn't concern you and it fits within its budget, the glass was within its budget. I mean, we had some issues seeing some stuff going on downrange today because of all the snow, the white background and the white target, so on and so forth. So that's why I chose to set the camera downrange and do it that way, because the video through the scope just wasn't looking that good. Hopefully the side shot will fix that issue, and we'll be able to get some better footage through the scope. That should be here next week. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope the video finds you well, whether it be the week or the weekend. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Trying to grow the channel. Just a few little trick shots we done there. Having some fun. This is Mike with Panther Hollow Sporting Optics. Have a good one. God bless you and everything that you do. We'll see you in the next video.